saw a picture somebody posted of would you hit this bong? It was a big, veiny, cock-shaped bong. It would. It's like, hell yeah.
Fuck it, it's a bong. You're gonna get weed out of it.
Maybe a lot more things.
When it, like, you know, when you hit the bong too hard and like some of the water shoots out up in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Holy crap, that's fucked up, man.
All right. So we're here with a new first listen.
Pedometal.
Pedometal.
Alright, so everybody, last summer, everybody on the internet was like, oh my god, Babymetal, Babymetal, Babymetal. So I looked it up last summer. I was like, whatever, it's pretty cool, it's okay, you know. I mean, my initial thoughts were, I don't really like the Japanese poppy electro stuff, but I love heavy metal. And when they put the two together, I was kind of like, that's interesting. And I didn't really think much about it. But then I saw that Babymetal's first album just recently had its international release. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking get this. So I ordered it off of Amazon. And dick-shaped bongs. Oh my god, it's even flesh-colored.
Why?
I don't know.
The head is where you hit it. The balls is where the bowl is.
Oh my god.
And that's what it'll sound like too when you release that.
Gargle the
that
mayonnaise.
carb. When you let the carb up, that's the sound it's gonna make. So
Jesus.
it came in and
That's fucked up.
the album itself. The cover's fairly standard. I mean, whatever. The disc is just black. Red right there. I mean, there is absolutely nothing to fucking look at here. Nothing. This is it. It's a pet peeve of mine when there's a CD or anything and there's just absolutely nothing going on in the booklet, you know. But we just finished listening to it. I've been listening to it since Wednesday. It came in on Wednesday, and
I've listened to it a lot before, so I know what Babymetal is.
so this is the first time you guys have heard the full album.
Yeah.
I've heard full album.
No. So,
It's
give me some thoughts there, you two.
okay.
Bono.
It is. Hey, I ain't Bono. I'm not Bono to your Sonny.
Oh shit.
No, it's. God, they even did the Metallica thing.
Yeah, it's the
The
Black.
Black album.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they stole the. I mean, look at they got the well, in this one it's hard to tell, but they got the lightning bolts for the letters at the end. The metal is at times really good, but then again, other parts it's just generic metal. But then the J-pop part, and some of the songs works with it. Some of them it clashes so bad. The entire time you listen to any of this music, you just imagine you're either playing a Japanese video game or watching a Dragon Ball episode. All things which are not bad, but I could not sit and listen to 60 minutes worth of this. There's no way in hell. This to me is not metal. This is commercialism at its best. You try to take beautiful girls, sexualize them. I mean, they're not being sexualized. I mean, because if you look at the outfits, are like battle-made outfits, so that's cool. But they make these idols, they make girls, so they can be idols. You just take a really good metal band, which they have, nobody knows who the fuck they are. They wear masks or face paint,
Yeah,
so
you
they're
don't even see
just
their
background
faces.
props.
Pretty much.
And you just take a formulaic sound, put the two together, and what do you have? J-pop, and Japanese J-metal.
Yeah, J-pop
Jettle.
and J-metal. Jettle.
So, and
Jettle.
honestly,
J-pedal.
it seems more. I call it pedo metal because they dress like little schoolgirls. But I mean, that's not what it is.
Geppetto.
Geppetto metal.
J-pedal metal.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not metal. If you have to ask the question, if it's metal, it's not metal.
So it's kind of like you're saying Geppetto,
Geppetto.
but it's Japanese
Pedo
pedophile
metal. Geppetto metal.
You're
Geppetto
an
metal.
old man digging after your little wooden boy.
God.
But these are little girls.
I'm a real boy.
God, I'll make you a real
His
boy.
nose grows just for Geppetto.
Well, was
You know what I mean?
Was that a
Geppetto.
robot?
I mean,
Was that a robot chicken or a Family Guy thing?
Pinocchio, I need
he's-
you to tell a couple lies for
He
me
bends
tonight.
over.
He bends over.
He
Pinocchio
tells-
has a blindfold. I was like, just go ahead and tell the don't worry, you can lie. Just bend over.
You took the cookies out of the cookie
It's
jar,
okay.
didn't you? Yeah, I did. Oh, are you sure
Sure
you
you
did? You sure you don't want to just lie about it? You'll get away with it.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can put up with a couple minutes of it, maybe. There's no way. These songs
I
are not short. They're long.
Have to urinate.
Yeah, go take a whiz.
Take the whiz.
Give us your thoughts when you come back.
I mean, it's cool.
Meh.
It's not metal. This is what I did not picture this as metal. It's too poppy. It's too happy. I don't care less what you know what they're saying because we love Rammstein. But Rammstein is extremely dark. It is metal.
Yeah, Rammstein is very dark and depraved and this.
I mean, because they're not doing the horns.
And
They're not doing like
Fox.
a wolf pack. They're doing the fox.
The wolf pack.
No, the backstory is this is actually
Manufactured.
a manufactured. What do you call it? What kind of band?
Idol group.
Well, the backstory is they're sent by a fox god to spread the metal, their form of metal across the land.
Yeah. So in a way, they're a concept band.
It is a concept band because they have a backstory, they have costumes, and they all deal with fighting.
So would
and
it be like J-pop Guar? Like Guar if they were a J-pop fucking band?
I mean, they are a concept band. In the purest form, they are truly a concept band. The reason it don't come across is because you can't understand what the hell they're saying.
But when you get the...
Well, there is some words they do speak in English.
But that you don't get no story out of what they're saying.
No, you get. I like chocolate.
And you don't know this is a fox until you read the backstory and they say this is a fox emoji. That's what it is. They're doing the fox emoji.
There's a fox emoji.
I mean, it could be cool like they're doing foxhound. I mean, that's kind of cool. Yeah, foxhound, Konami. Yeah.
There you
no,
go.
No, it's just fox.
So what did you think about this album, Zach? I know you bitched about the dubstep moment.
The dubstep. I'm just tired of hearing dubstep.
I like that. It's kind of cool.
I mean, it
like
sounded good.
It is played out
It sounded.
on the
That's it.
instrument.
It sounded good. But why does it have to be in everything? I mean,
Because it is what it is. It's commercialism.
it's just. That's what it is. It almost feels like the new Fantastic Four of metal.
It's taking everything
Ooh,
Oh,
sick
shit.
burn.
That's pretty bad.
Sick
but
burn.
It's just trying to copy
like the
everything
Denny's
that's
commercials.
popular right now.
That's what Fantastic Four did. It tried to do everything that fucking all the new movies.
It
are
tried to
doing.
be Nolan's version of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they would say
while-
there's moments where it feels like a horror movie in
You know,
it.
Fantastic Four is bad when Denny's does commercial for Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I saw
with
the commercial like,
Thing
oh,
Thing
Denny's.
burger.
I want a fucking thing burger.
I don't even.
You don't even know what's on it. Is it gonna be?
Who goes to
Is it
Denny's?
a rock in
Look
a
it
fucking
up.
patty?
Look it
Dude,
up.
Who goes to Denny's?
Oh my
The
god! But
Thing
yeah.
burger.
So I'll look it up in a second. Keep talking about this. I'd like to hear you, because you had some groan moments when this was playing.
I mean, it just kind of got boring. There was your good metal part that played itself out for a minute. Then
Here's the beginning.
Then it was your typical J-pop, and then it was metal. It's like they just copied and pasted shit that didn't belong there in the studio. They recorded the chicks just doing their thing in the J-pop studio with all the electronics and shit, and then the real musicians did their thing.
They overdubbed it.
Yeah. That's what it feels
Hey,
like.
let's just be honest. At least J-pop is better than the pop we have here. That is so much better than the pop they have nowadays.
Well, we don't really know that. Because we don't know what they're saying.
Well, I mean, you've watched any anime cartoon, you've listened to J-pop.
Yes.
Every Dragon Ball episode
And
has
every
J-pop
goddamn
playing.
song sounds the same.
But it still sounds better than the pop we have here in the United States.
Because we don't listen to it all the time.
And it all sucks.
We would probably, if we listened to it all the time.
We'd be wearing polo shirts.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even be the real ones. They'd be the fake ones.
Yeah.
But it is the Fantastic Four of metal, because it tries to borrow from every genre to sell you one thing that doesn't really work for me. I don't know if it doesn't even really work for metal. It all just kind of...
Are you saying this is like Christian metal? It doesn't make Christianity better, it just makes metal worse.
It's like Christian gangsta rap.
Gospel gangsters.
Yeah, really, gospel gangsters. I mean, it was worth a listen. Nothing I'll...
You'll probably never read
nothing I want to hear again. I mean, I've already...
Not until you watch another episode of Dragon Ball.
I heard
You watched the
that
new
one
Dragon Ball
song
movie
on
come out.
YouTube, and I was like, I heard it. That's good. Okay. I get it. I don't want to hear any more. And then you're like, I got the Babymetal CD, and I'm like...
Maybe you want to play some DDR?
It made me want to play a Sonic game through this review. Like, I know you got some Sonic.
That's
on
how
here.
you can tell this is truly Japanese. You just think DDR, Sonic,
Hamtaro.
Dragon Ball. You just think anything Jap from Japan, anything made by Sony or Nintendo, automatically comes to mind.
Like the menus in Capcom video games.
That Screamride game was kind of fun for a minute.
So, alright, to me, yeah, it is manufactured. It is borrowing from everything that is popular in both or all spectrums of what is popular in heavy metal and the whole J-pop sound. Because I'm not a big fan of their whole electro-techno thing. And the heavy metal, there are some moments where the heavy metal kind of reminds me of Dragon Force a little bit. Like, really awesome guitar solos, really fucking cool riffs. Kenzu. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. You know what? Like, I really genuinely enjoy the album. I mean, when I first put it on, I was like,
Don't put this on your end of the year list.
it's not gonna be on the end of the year list. No possible way.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's
I just
not
cannot sit there
bad.
and listen to it a lot. There's no,
No,
way I could.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's interesting. Like, that's one of the more best things I could say. Because when I first put it
Far
on,
away, it's like the Michael Bay Transformers
of heavy metal.
of heavy metal, because it has so much going on at once.
And that is true. Like, I will say, the album's biggest drawback, I guess I'm trying to say, is the fact that a lot of the songs are a little too long, and there are too
Keep a
many.
2-minute max would be decent.
I'd say 3-minute max.
Because with metal, it should never be long.
Well, I mean,
You can only
not
headbang so long.
necessarily, man, because Cradle of Filth can give us some sweet ass 8-minute
But
tracks.
you gotta remember what kind of metal.
Exactly.
Yeah, certain
Cradle of
metal-
Filth is black metal. That
Plus,
metal can
BT Band does like 20-minute tracks.
Yeah,
This
It's all
right here
about-
is considered death metal.
Yeah,
It's
when
the
it
death metal.
comes to your very melodic kind of metal, if it was mostly instrumental, a 5-minute track 6 minutes, 7 minutes, even longer than that would rock. But they keep it interesting enough with the electro stuff and the J-pop shit. And to me, at first, I was like, this does kind of clash. Like, you're listening to something that sounds really fucking heavy, and then it goes into something that sounds like the Hamtaro theme song. And it's like, this is weird. Like, that was my first initial reaction. But then I started really just getting into it. I was like, this is kind of cool, you know. I don't know. It's interesting because it's like we said, it borrows from everything that's popular, but at the same time, it's different. Just by mixing all of that stuff together, it's in a way, it's kind of invented its own new genre, and it's shit for teenagers in Japan, even kids probably younger than that in Japan, and over here, I don't.
You get the young kids who like that, but older metal fans they're gonna be like, what the fuck's this?
Yeah, I can see a lot of people being like, what the fuck is this? I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and David had commented on there saying, oh my god, when are you going to do a first listen? I said, well, hopefully this weekend. And he goes, oh man, I want to do it. And I was like, well, it'll be pretty late. You know, what time do you want to come around? He's like, well, I got to go to work at 4. I was like, oh, okay. Because David said he loves the album. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I said, I didn't think anybody else we knew really got into them. And so... And you guys will know David from the little bloopers and behind the scenes video for the first year we did all this. He does his little electro band, Chaos in Order, and he's on our Crunk tracks. But and David's a big metalhead. So I mean, at first I was like I said, I was like, what the fuck? I get it, but I don't. But then, you know, after listening to it a couple times, like, I've listened to it since it came in on Wednesday. I've listened to it every day on my way to and from work. And, like, the more and more I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, I can get down to this. I mean, I don't understand it. It's just like I said. I guess why I really gravitate towards it is because it's different. Like, yeah, there's the generic. There's the generic heavy metal in there. There's the overly sappy, poppy, J-pop shit. But for some reason, when it all is together,
oh, you hit that,
when it all gets together, I'm like, it kind of fits.
Stay below me.
I just hate the fact that they are basically a manufactured product, because to me, if it was a band who created this organically amongst themselves,
oh yeah,
I think it would be much better.
Yeah, because if you read the thing about it, they said those girls, they had no idea what metal was before.
Yeah,
they were hired. They were hired to do that.
We don't know what metal is.
They are there to sell the records, while the heavy metal band, like you said, they're just the background. And to me, if it was a band who came up with this style organically, I think it would sound a lot better, because it wouldn't have that manufactured generic stuff in it. There would be, everything would sound a lot more, everything would flow a lot better. You would hear
you would hope it would be.
Well, you would hear the creativity in the music, whereas in this, you can hear the production line in this, like we just said, where it sounds like they got the girls in one room with the techno, made them do their thing, and then had the metal guys come in later and overdub it. Like that's it. That's what it sounds like initially, and it kind of does suffer from that. It suffers from that. It suffers from too many tracks, and it suffers from the songs being a little too long and not really going
a
many
corporation
places.
looking over it and saying this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's one
Yes,
one
he's
other
playing
reason
Duke
why
Nukem.
I say it's the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly. There's like way too many cooks in the kitchen with it. And like the songs, I mean, to me, I dig all the songs enough, but Headbanger rocks.
Too many dicks in the vagina.
Too many dicks in the vagina.
Double team.
Yes, but Headbangers is really cool. Catch Me If You Can is cool. Ookie Ookie, is that how you pronounce that? Ookie Ookie Midnight has a cool little reggae moment for a second. Doki Doki Morning is one that gets so overly poppy that I allow it. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I get it. I get what you're fucking doing here. And then Line is really cool because it goes into this weird hip hop moment, and the girls are all like, yo, 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 and then it goes into this really cool heavy part after that. But yeah, Gimme Chocolate gets really poppy. But I mean, I like everything on here for the most part. It all just sort of it starts to grow stale toward the end because, like I said, some of the songs are a little too long, and there are too many tracks on here. I mean,
it doesn't help that you don't understand what you're saying. So
I mean that's okay. I don't need to understand what they're saying. I just need to believe that they believe what they're saying. You know what I mean? I need to hear, if you can hear it in their voice, no matter what language you're singing in, you can hear the passion depending on what kind of song you're writing or what kind of lyrics you're trying to convey. Like when you like take Rammstein for instance, when you get one of their soft songs like Seaman or Mutter, you feel what he's singing even though you don't know what he's singing. You know what I mean? Like you feel that emotion that's coming out of his voice, no matter what language. Same thing with a lot of Spanish music.
Do the can.
And on here, you kind of get that, and then you kind of don't, because they just sound like a bunch of little girls shouting in Japanese.
It's not cheerleaders.
Yeah,
Cheerleaders.
Yeah, in a way. And then when it gets to the actual real singing parts, that's where it starts to sound a lot better. But when these girls are just doing stuff like what is it? Gimme Chocolate. It's like nimma 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 nimma, and it's like what the hell, man. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. It's definitely different, and I guess that's really all I gotta say about it. I mean, we're watching porno on a.
He's trying to play Duke Nukem 3D.
I hadn't played this in so fucking long. Oh man,
that was as far as porn got back in the day.
Actually, no. Actually, there isn't. There's a statue you can go up to that gets nude.
Oh.
It's a hidden Easter egg.
And so,
it's right there.
Let's you got any scores? How many winks do you give this, Zach?
I don't. We're talking pedal metal.
I
not winking
not wink at all.
Because it's pedal metal. You don't want to say that.
It's pedal metal.
We don't want to get in trouble.
No.
So, all right. What would your score be, man?
How many maxes? Seen 0,
I mean,
1, and 5 maxes.
For the metal, I mean, it's about average. For metal. Some of the solos were a little out there, like Dragon Force. It reminded me of Dragon Force.
It
and
did.
A lot of the Japanese pop just reminded me of video games. So for that, I'll give it like a 3.
A 3, really?
Yeah.
3 out of 5 or 3 out of 10?
I mean, like I said, it's average for the metal. The metal was good, but the fucking Japanese Jap pop got a little annoying after a while.
I think it's their voices.
Yeah.
the Japanese girl voice is just so screeching. It kind of drags in your brain.
Yeah, like I said, when they're just shouting,
it's
it does
not very
get annoying.
melodic at all.
But when they're singing, it's much better.
Yeah, because it's more melodic. But most of it, they're not singing most of the time. Most of the time, they're doing cadence. They're doing cheers. Is what they're doing. It's hard. Definitely a solid 3.75. I don't know. Maybe I don't. The metal is good. I like the metal. I mean, that band can play some serious fucking metal. They rock, and they have good technicals. Like you said, there are times they sound like Dragon Force.
Yeah.
So definitely. I mean, they are good. It's just,
if they dropped these girls, they would be a pretty good ass.
Maybe get like an American front man.
See, that's what I'm afraid of. Since it's a manufactured band, they're gonna lose members of that band, and they're gonna replace them, and it's never gonna sound the same.
They probably do anyways. We don't know.
And I give the album.
They don't even get their names on the album. What are you missing?
I'm like right on it.
I give the album maybe.
Whoa.
I'm gonna do my. I'm not gonna go from 1 to 5. I'm gonna have to go from 1 to 10.
Yeah, that's a better one. Because if you 1 to 10, I can definitely give it a solid 7. At least a 7.5.
We're gonna
because that way it's better. It's not bad. You should listen to it. If you like anime, if you love like Dragon Ball, if you love the music and J-pop, then you'll like this.
Yeah, because everything that they're doing it good. You know?
Because like I said, there's a lot of those. There are actually a lot of bands like that, but most of them don't sound that good. But then again, that's also part of the product.
I've never heard any other bands like
they say it's part of the product, the fact that it's overly.
I have.
It's manufactured, so it's manufactured to be good.
Like, I have nothing to compare this to except for what I've heard from each random genre that they've melded together. So I mean, I'm really just going by that. And so from 1 to 10, I'm gonna maybe give this album a. I'm gonna have to say a 6.5.
How do you do it?
Because to me, it's slightly above average. With really good moments here and there. I mean, I just had a good time listening to it because it was something different than what I've been used to here recently.
Yeah, it's not something I'd listen to every day. Maybe once in a while.
If we're doing 1 to...
Yeah, because I gotta do 10. I gotta have a more...
I'll give it a 6.
6, really?
Because when you think average, at least a 6 or 7 would be average.
Well, I would say 5 is average. Anything 6 would be
average in a good way.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Slightly above average. 7 would be like a must listen. To me, 6.5, I'm going to say check it out at your own
discretion.
Yeah. I mean, because you probably won't fucking like it. It's something that people should be warned about before they venture into it.
The songs are long. It's different. The Nudie Mags.
Talking about Nudie Mags in a review of a band fronted by 16-year-old
Well,
girls.
one of them's 18, so...
Yes, I guess.
Actually, they're not 16 anymore. They're older now.
One's 17.
One's 17.
The other 2 are 16.
So, I mean...
Well, I mean, people can start jacking off to them pretty soon and not feel guilty about it.
Jesus. God.
Like Hunter said, man.
On, middle, and off.
Hunter said they're a little too old for him.
Jesus. God. That's just wrong.
We'll see you guys later. We're gonna. Yeah.
Peace.